spline, then equation driven curve. Okay. So using spline, yeah, you can draw a curve over here. So select the sketch. You have to select any one of the
Sir,
plane. Hello.
screen is not visible, sir. You
Okay.
have not
Okay.
presented, sir.
Okay. Great. Okay. Starting with spline. Okay. So I'll select any one of the plane. Select the top plane. Okay. So using spline, yeah, you can create curve. Okay. So starting with spline. So it's a simple one. Just need to click the point. Let's say I have to end it here. So after, if you have to end it at this point, so you have to right click over here and select. Okay, so in this way you can create spline. So if you click on the end point, so you can see a tangent line over there. So using this tangent line, you can control the steep of the plane, and you can drag the point over here. Okay, so in this way you can control spline. It's an advanced function. Okay, and next is the style spline. Okay, just like this spline, here you have control vertices. Okay, so using these vertices, you can control the spline. Now, okay, so I'll use one example. Center point now. I'll mirror this curve over here. So I'll use mirror entity and I'll use the mirror line over here. Okay, so now I'll use the style spline and I'll try to create a curve over here. So I'll click the first point over here. So here you can see the inference line. Okay, so this is called the inference line. So I'll click over here. Next, the third point should be over here. Okay, so as soon as the pointer touches the inference line, just click on here. Okay, so next, I'll click somewhere over here. So later I'll manage it. And the last point, I'll click over here and just right click, select. Okay. Now, so what I'll do, I'll keep these 2 points at equal distance from this end, from this axis line. So what I'll do, I'll use relation. First point, second point, and the axis. Use symmetric. Okay, to keep at equal distance. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to add another point over here. So what I'll do, I'll try to edit. Just right click over here. Yeah, insert control vertex. Okay, by doing this, you can insert a control vertex. Now, in a similar fashion, I'll keep it at equal distance from this center line. Select this point and the center line. Now I'll apply symmetric relation. Okay, so by applying this relation, so this point will be at an equal distance. Okay, these 2 points will be at an equal distance from the center line. Next, I'll try to add tangent between these two curve. Okay, tangent again between these two curve. Okay, there's already tangent applied over here. Okay, so in this way you can create style spline. Okay, so next comes the equation driven curve. Okay, so using equation you can create a curve over here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to create a arc using equation. So I'll select the equation driven curve, and in the equation type, so I'll give the parametric form of the equation. Okay, so parametric equation of the circle. Okay, so the parametric form was r sin theta and r cos theta, right? R cos theta and r sin theta. So I'll take a radius of 50, so 50, and I'll into cos bracket, and t will be the starting angle. Okay, so the t is the starting angle. So another one is the 50 star sine and t. Okay, so now the arc will start from 0 degree to 180 degree. Next, here in T1 I'll use 0, and in T2 I'll use pi, the value of pi. Just type pi. Okay, so upon clicking you can see a curve is created using equation. You can see here a curve is created. So in this way you can create equation curve by using equation. So another example I give. Let's say you want to create a 3D curve. Okay, so this is a 2D curve. So all till now all of the drawings are done in one plane. Okay, so in case you want to do a 3D curve, so just delete it. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to change the sketch from 2D to 3D. So click over here on the drop down arrow, select the 3D sketch. Okay, so I'll turn on the plane. Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to create a spiral over here. Okay, so helical spiral. So whose length will be 30 and the inner radius will be 2. Okay, so over here I'll select equation driven curve. So here you can see since it's a 3D curve, so there are 3 equations x, y, and z. So now I'll enter the value. So 2 star cos t. Okay, and again 2 star is from sine t, and for shade I'll use just t. So it will start from 0 and it will end at 30. Okay, so here you can see press OK and turn off the plane. Okay, so in this way you can create a spiral. by using equation. Okay, so another example I'll use. Let's say we'll create a donut. We'll create a donut shaped spiral. Okay, so donut shaped spiral. So what I'll do, I'll take the donut radius of, let's say, 10, and the spiral radius, let's say 4. Okay, the spiral radius should be 4, and the donut radius will be 10. Okay, so I'll just come out of the 3D sketch and I'll delete the sketch again. So we'll move to 3D sketch. Move to 3D sketch. Over here, we'll select the equation driven curve. Okay, so here we need to apply the equation. Okay, so the equation is, so for donut, now there is equation. So 10 will be your measure radius plus, and 4 is the inner radius of this spiral. Then we'll use cos 12t and 12t. Again into cos t. Okay, so this was the x equation. Similarly, next for y equation, 10 plus 4 cos okay, cos 12 t under sin t. Okay, and the last one is 4 sin, sorry, 4. Okay, so we are facing some problem here. 10 plus, okay, it should be plus 12 30. Okay. So we'll start from 0 and end with 2 pi. 2 star pi. Okay. So upon clicking, so you can see the donut shaped spiral. Okay, so there seems to be some problem. Okay. So this is x equation for y. for cos times 30 sine t, and here we have 4 sine star t. Okay, yeah. So we start from 0 and end with u star I minus 0.001. So, okay. Okay, so in this way you can create. Okay, so we have to leave some gap over here, or either you'll face this error, either what which have happened. Okay, so in this way you can create curve using equation. Okay, so these are a little advanced functions. So next we'll move on to ellipse, partial ellipse, parabola, and conic. Press Control 8. So here, okay. So select ellipse. So select to make ellipse, just select the center and the endpoint. Now you have to decide which will be the major radius and minor radius. Okay, so accordingly, so you have to point, you have to place the point. So okay, another point over here. Okay, so you need to select 2 points. First will be the center. Second will be over here, and third will be over here. Okay, so over here you can see the parameters, and you can change according to your needs over here. So just click over here. Let's say I want to be 60, and over here I want it to be 40. Okay, so this is how you can create. So now it is under defined, so that you can see the color. Now to fully define it, just click on smart dimension. I'll click one point over here and another point over here. So this is 80. Press OK. Still not fully defined. Okay, so first point over here, second point over here, just click over it. Okay, so still it's not fully defined, right? It's still blue. After constraining with dimension, it's still blue, right? So what is the problem over here? Okay, so if we try to rotate it, you can see there is a rotational frame, right? So what you have to do, we need to constrain it now. So what I'll do, I'll try to constrain these 2 points. Okay, select this point and select this point. What I'll do, I'll use horizontal constraint. Okay, So I'll use horizontal constraint and we'll see. Now you can see the drawing is fully defined. Right. So you can check either by dragging it. You can check either by dragging it. Okay. So next, we move on to partial ellipse. Okay. So it's similar to an ellipse, but here you can keep an open end. Let's say I'll click over here, and let's say I'll finish somewhere over here. Okay. So so this is the partial ellipse where you can keep an open end on the ellipse. Okay, now to fully define this ellipse, so what I'll do, I'll try to fix a dimension on this direction and another dimension over here, and I'll try this method. I'll try use horizontal constraint. Still not applied. First point, second point, horizontal. First point, second point, horizontal. Okay, so now the drawing is fully constrained. Okay, so you can you have to do the constraint. Next comes the parabola. Okay, so in parabola, so in parabola, so first point should be over here. First point is center, and second the endpoint over here. And we start the parabola somewhere from here, and I'll end it somewhere over here. Okay, and the rest of the details can be changed from here in the property manager. Okay. Or you can just drag it. And what I'll do, I'll try to use symmetric option over here. Okay. First, what I'll do, I'll try to coincide this point with the center line. Okay, so the line doesn't seem to be straight, vertical. So I'll use vertical constraint, and then I'll use coincide. Okay, so let's check coincide. No, coincide. Next, I want to keep these 2 points at equal distance from the axis. Select both of these points, the center line, and select symmetric. Okay, so in this way, you can create a parabola. And the last is conic, same as parabola. Okay. Okay, so in this way you can create conic. These are I think this command will be very less used only if you are trying to create some solar disk. Okay, so solar disk, in solar disk, the shape of the disk is parabola. In that case, you can use the parabola. The rest of the command are, by using the rest of the command, you can create most of the complex model. Okay, so I think I have completed this sketch entity. Okay, so I have one more left. So this is the polygon. Okay, so in polygon, you need to select the center and the numbers of sides. So how many numbers of sides you need? So let's say I'll make a triangle, and you need to select any of these two methods: inscribe, circle, or circumscribe. And over here, sorry. Okay, so in inscribe circle, you need to give the inner radius for the circle. Right. So now I'll place the polygon over here. Next, I'll fix the radius. So now radius is circle diameter. Okay, so they have given diameter. I'll change it to 50. Okay, next, the angle. Angle, let's say, make it 360. Okay, so I want to make it horizontal. Just click over here, change it to horizontal. And here, radius, make it 25. Okay, so in this way you can create polygon. Just you need to select the center and the numbers of side, then the type which you need to create the polygon. So there are two methods: inscribe and circumscribe. So in inscribe, we have to specify the inner radius. We have to mention the inner radius of the circle. Okay, so next, I think in sketch tool there were, I think, 2-3 more commands. Yeah, jog line, split line, convert entities, silhouette entities, and intersection curve. Okay, starting with jog line. Okay, so I'll create a rectangle over here. Okay, so in jog line, so I have shown you, let's say I have to make a single entity. Okay, so I have to make this as a single entity. So what I'll do, I'll try to trim this part and trim this part. Okay, so here over here, you can see in this drawing. So I have to use the trim command, right, to make this drawing. Okay, so in case of using trim entities, so you can use jog line. Okay, so if you use jog line, the effect will be same. So this line will be trimmed upon creating the jog line. So here you can see the line has been trimmed. Similar here, if I try to create the jog line here. Okay, so jog line will automatically trim the outer line here in the inner line. Next, split entities. Okay, so using split entities, you can split the line or any entities. So let's say I want to split this line. So select the line and click on split entities. Now, and let's say I want to split the line at the midpoint. So I'll click at the midpoint. Okay, so now the line has been divided into two segments. Here you can see it has been divided into two sections. So by default, this option won't be available in the SolidWorks in this tab. What you have to do, you need to drag the command here. So what you have to do, just type jog. Okay, just type jog. If you don't know where the jog line is, just type jog line and just click on this I button next to it. Okay, so SolidWorks will take you to that location where jog line is here. Okay, so now it is here, and let's say I want to use okay, so let's say I want to select this command. Okay, so but I don't know, so make part. So what I'll do, I'll click on the I button, and the SolidWorks will take me to that location. Okay, they will show me where the specific command is here. Okay, so you can either go here and select tool and activate the command from here, or what you can do is type the command over here, type the command over here, make okay, then what I'll do, I'll drag it and place it over here. Okay, so in this way you can add the functions over here. So next is convert entities, silhouette entities, and intersection curve. Okay, so for this you will need a solid part to demonstrate. Then only you can understand the convert entities. Okay, so desktop and select SolidWorks. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do, now I'll demonstrate you the silhouette. Okay, so yeah, so I'll try to demonstrate this. Sorry, convert entities, silhouette, and intersection curve. Okay, so convert entities. So what I'll do, so it will convert the edges to sketch. Okay, so right now I want to create a profile. I want to create this profile on this plane. Okay, instead of drawing here, so what you can do, you can convert these edges into sketches and project it onto this plane. So what I'll do, I'll select this plane and go to sketch. I'll just use normal now. So in convert entities, just select convert entities. Now select the edges which want to convert into line. I've selected the edges, then select OK. Now if I hide this part, so now you can see, now I have extracted the profile on this plane. So this was convert entities. So it is also possible from this side. Okay, let's say I want to project this, I want to convert this edges onto this plane. So I'll select convert entities. I'll select chain. I'll click on here. I'll select it. Okay, now click OK. So what they'll do, so SolidWorks will project these edges onto this plane. Okay, not from the normal view. So this is the normal view, right? But from this view. Okay, so they'll project these edges onto this plane. Okay, so next comes the intersection curve. Okay, so I want to check the intersection curve. So what I'll do, okay, so I want to extract the curve line of this model, right? So now over here I cannot directly take out the curve line. So what I'll do, I'll intersect the model using this plane. So I'll select intersection curve and select the entities. So entities will be your front plane. Okay, so I'll select this curve and press OK. Okay, sorry. It shouldn't be on this point. Okay, so I'll select the front plane, then I'll select sketch. Now I'll select intersection curve. Now I'll select the surface. Now okay. Okay, so what they'll do, so what intersection curve will do, so they'll try to create a boundary at where the plane is crossing this model, right? So right now I pressed OK. So now you can see, okay, so this is the line, this line is the boundary. Okay, so boundary created by the plane, front plane. Okay, so you can see here, the position at where the plane intersect this model. So SolidWorks created a curve over here. So in this way, you can extract the curve line of this model. So next comes the silhouette entities. Okay, silhouette entities. So what it'll do, so silhouette will try to cast this shadow onto the another plane. So let's say I'll create another plane over here. I'll use reference plane. I'll create one plane. I'll select this plane and try to. Okay, so I'll discuss it later about this plane creation. For now, I'm just checking at this part. Okay. So what I do, I want to cast this projection or this shadow onto this plane. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll select the plane. I'll select sketch. Next, I'll select silhouette entities. I'll select this model and click OK. Okay, so in this way, you can project this shadow onto this plane. So what you do, you need to select the plane so on which you want to project it. Next, you need to select the body. Okay, so I think I finished the sketch tool. Okay, so what I'll do, so I'll try another problem, another exercise by using this command. Okay, confusion on this command. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sir. You can
Yes,
continue.
sir.
Okay, so next we'll start with block. Okay, so I have completed the major of the portion of the sketching. Next, we'll start with block. Okay, so what is block and where we can use it? So you can say block. So it's a group way of grouping together a group of entities. It can be anything. Okay, so that you don't have to worry about the dimensions and the geometrical constraint. Okay, so using this, you can check the mechanism functioning. Okay, so how it functions. Okay, so I'll show you an example where you can check the mechanism functioning. So what I'll do, I'll try to create a four link mechanism. Okay, and I'll check the mechanism over here. So I'll select the sketch. Uh, say I use 100 line. So this will be my crank. This is the propeller rod, and this will be my rocker. So I'll use 100 length. Okay, so I'll use only this. Okay, so next what I'll do, I'll convert it to block. Okay, so in order to convert to block, so I'll just check where the block is, select block, right, make block, okay, and I'll check where is it. Okay, so this is the block, or you can go to tools, sorry, insert, and wait, okay, so you can approach here also. Okay, so from here I'll select make block. Okay, so I'll select this line and I'll click over here. Okay, so I have converted this into block. Similarly, I'll convert this to block also in a similar way. this, next, plus this. Okay, so now I have converted each line to block. Okay, so one thing is that you need to fix the point to the origin. So for this, I can use, or you can just drag it over here. Okay, so now it's been constrained, but you can see the link is rotating. Okay. Okay, you can see the link is rotating. What I'll do, I need to fix one link to the ground, so I'll make it horizontal. Okay, so now click on this join and try to rotate it. Okay, so let me try once more. Okay. Okay, so now I need to fix the link, or and to make on makes this link horizontal. Just click on horizontal. Now check. Okay, still working. So I need to fix the coincide this link, and okay. So now you can check it over here. Okay, so you can check the mechanism over here. Okay, so by using block, you can check the mechanism. So I'll use another example. So what you have to do, you need to just convert the entities to block. You sketch and you stop. Okay. So this time I'll try to create a slider back mechanism. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to coincide this point with this line midpoint. Okay, so this is line, this one midpoint, select on midpoint. Okay. This dimension and fix the dimension. Next. Okay, so over here, no need to click on the quadrant point. somewhere over here and over here. Okay, so what you need to fix is the length of this road, which is 100. Okay, the crank is fixed. Okay, and the center. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll select the origin and the center of the circle and make it horizontal. Now I'll use a line from here. I'll make it collinear. Next, I need to fix the dimension of the piston 20 and here we have 30. Or 60. Okay. We fix the light from here to here. Next, another dimension I need to fix from here to here. With respect to origin, you need to fix another dimension. Okay, now you can check. Okay, so in this method, what I've done, I haven't converted this into block, right? So I have just used dimension and try to fix all these sides using dimension. So you can do it using block also. So what I do, I'll delete all the dimension. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll consider this as one item. Okay, so I'll select block, I'll make this as one item. Okay. Okay, so by doing so, what happened? You don't need to worry about the dimensions. Okay, so it won't change after converting. Next, you need to change it to. Okay, sorry. So before converting to block, so just select the rectangle. Select the rectangle and convert it in block. Okay. Okay, so that this piston can move up and down or move back and forth. Next, I'll take this another block. I'll click this. This will be another block. Next, I'll remove this dimension and I'll create another block for this. Okay, so this is the block. So what I'll do, I'll edit this block. I'll try to stretch the length near to near. Okay. Okay, I'll change the diameter. Change by 40. Okay, so now okay, so I need to convert this circle to block. Okay, next I need to fix this position of the circle. So for this, but before applying this, I should know the radius, so which is 40, and this should match with this length. Click on here. Yeah, I'll fix this. Okay, so now so what I need to do, I need to edit the length, edit block. I just use dimension and change it and make it 40, 45. Okay, edit. Okay, so in this way, you can check the mechanism in SolidWorks. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to convert the drawing to block. So now if you want to save this block, okay, so if I want to save this block, so I have saved this as block, I've converted this as block, then this and this. So what you have to do, you have to just right click over the block and just select save block. Okay, and you can save in the desired location. Okay, so later on, so what you can do, you can import the block using insert block. Okay, so using insert block you can import. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to save this as block. So this will be the piston, right? So I'll rename it. Right. Properties. So the block tree, I'll rename it as piston. Okay, and next here this will be your cylinder. Okay, go to properties and change the name into cylinder. Okay, next what we have here, this will be a connecting rod. Okay, so go to properties, name it as connecting roads. Connecting rod. Next, this will be a crank. So for crank, so what you can do, you can include this. Okay, I'll include this in separate block. This will be crank rod. This one fixed it. And the last will be your, so this is the crank rod. This will be crank rod. And this will be your crown. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll save this as cylinder. Next, I'll save this as crank wheel. Next, I'll save this as piston. Next, for connecting rod. Next, for crank rod. And for ground. Okay, so let's say if you want to import this block onto the another file, so what you have to do, just select insert block or just type insert block. It will take you to the location where it's located, or you can just select it from here. Unless if you don't find it over here, you can just type it over here. So I'll select insert block. I'll select the top plane. Now go to browse and go to the location where you've saved blocks. Okay, so starting with piston. Sorry. So press Control 8. Yeah. So insert block, open block. Starting with cylinder. Okay. Click on cylinder. I'll place the cylinder over here. Control 8. Okay, so you can import block like this. Go to insert block. Next, I'll import the piston. Pictures. Piston. Okay. Next, I'll import the connecting loop. Connecting loop. Next will be your crank pull. Okay, crank pull. I'll place it over here. Next will be crank roll. Okay, I'll just place it over here. Later on, I'll try to coincide using coincide. Okay, next year to year, I'll use coincide. Okay, next I'll select the ground. Coincide. Okay, so we need to set relation between these two, cool and air. Sorry. You need to set it to horizontal, then so between these two you need to set horizontal. Okay, over here you need vertical, and last between these two you need collinear. Okay, and last you need to fix the position of the crank wheel. Okay, so in this way you can import the block. Okay, so what you can do, either you can create a single line block, or you can make it multiple entity block. Okay, so just like the piston, I select the whole rectangle and convert it into block. Okay, so block can be used to check the mechanism of any mechanical part. Okay, so next okay, so I'll try another more exercise on 2D sketch. Okay, so I'll try this. Okay, so what we have here, over here, we'll need an arc slot, one circle. Okay. Yeah, there's an eye over here, and we have arc slot and circle. Okay, so the radius from here will be 130. Angle with the vertical they are making is 30. Over here they are making 20. Okay. Okay, so I'll start with the center line. Okay, so from the midpoint, I'll use a center line. Next, we have two circles over here. Okay, so one is of diameter 46 and another is of diameter 26. Okay, so here you can change the precision over here. If you go to, I think the option is over here, edit document unit. It will take you to the document properties, and over here you can change the precision. Okay, so in length, so they have included so 2 digit after the point, so you can change it over here. Okay, so if you want 1 digit, you can change it or none. Okay, since there is no digit after the point, so I'll just select none. Next, select the center point arc slot, click on the center, and I'll start it from here up to here. Okay, next I'll try the smart dimension, and I'll use a radius of 8. Radius of 8. And I'll use another center line. Okay, and start from here to here. So using smart dimension, I'll apply a dimension of 30. Radius 8, and I'll use offset. I'll click on this line. So 16. So offset will be 8. Okay. Next, use another center line from here. Its length will be same as the radius, which is 130. Okay, so I haven't set the radius, so I need to set the radius. It will be 130. Yeah. Then the angle between these two lines is 20. We'll include two circles or dia 20 and 32. And another one is 32 dia. Okay, so now, so what I'll do, I'll extend this curve over here and another curve over here. Okay, by using extend, and the rest I'll use trim and I'll trim this. Okay, so now you can see this sketch is unresolved or the item is unsolvable. That means we are over defining somewhere. Okay, so just click on repair sketch, or not repair sketch. Okay, just click on the no solution found and let us diagnose what is it. Okay, so it seems like we have a problem over here. Coincident. Okay, so this is causing the problem. I'll just remove it and press OK. Okay, so now it's underdefined, but still the conflict is gone. Next, I'll use a rectangle over here. Rectangle. Now I'll draw from here to here. If I say there's a rectangle of width 18, and what I'll do, I'll try to apply symmetric constraint between the axis line and the line. So I'll select this point, and the center line, and apply symmetric. Okay, so distance from here to here is, which is 18, so I should give the half value 9. Okay, so remaining I'll just trim using power trim. Okay, I'll turn off the dimension for now. Okay, so now we have to apply the fillet. So go to sketch fillet and I'll use a fillet of radius 10. So it's already given. And between this and this and this. Okay. Now 5. Next, we need to fully constrain the model. Okay. So let us check. So what we have here. So what I'll do. Okay, I've completed my drawing from here. Okay. So I'll select the drawing and I'll move the drawing. Okay, so I'll click this point and I'll place in the center. Okay, so what I'll do to fully constrain this part, just extend the line over here, and I'll try to drag it. Okay, so here the angle has been removed. Try to input angle 30. Okay, now okay, so still it is underdefined, so you can see the color of these two lines are blue still. So what I'll do, I'll try to add dimension between these two, 16, sorry, 18, and okay, so what you can do, if you don't know, so where you're facing the problem, just you can drag this point and check so how the drawing is behaving. Okay, so here's the problem, right? Okay, so I think the symmetric constraint has been removed at the time of solving the conflict. So we need to apply once more. So I'll select, just hide the relation for a bit. Okay, so I'll use this point, I'll use this point, and this line. I'll use symmetric. Okay, so now you can see. Okay, so now you can see here the drawing is fully defined. Okay, so you can see here the drawing is fully defined now. Okay, so to check the underdefined or defined drawing, so what you could do, if it is still underdefined, then just click on any part of the drawing and try to drag it. Okay, so if it drags, then you will know where is the problem is, and just use undo button. Okay, just use the undo button to go back to the previous state. Okay, so for today I will stop here, and tomorrow I'll continue with the another block problem. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so today I'll stop here. Okay, so tomorrow I'll continue with another block problem. So I have another block problem, but today I haven't bought that, so I've left it in my home. So tomorrow I'll show you another block problem. Okay, so how you can check the mechanism using block. Okay, and after completing that, we'll move on to the part design. Okay, so if you have any query on this command, then you can ask it now. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, so if you have any doubt or any confusion regarding the command, you can ask me now. So I'll just repeat this. So under sketch, I completed all of this. Right. I started.
Sir, there is one question.
in chat
Yeah.
box.
Okay, I didn't see it. Okay, so can we complete the mechanism in a single block? Uh, Okay, so it will depend upon problem to problem. Okay, so if
Okay,
there
sir.
are many components, then you can't complete the drawing in single block. So you have to make different parts and convert it to block. Then we have to import block. Okay, tomorrow I'll show you. So I'll try to bring different parts and assemble over here, and I'll show you the mechanism. Okay, so today I'll stop here, and tomorrow I'll
Okay, sir.
continue with the block. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
tomorrow after completing the block, we'll start with part modeling. Okay, so which will be our next module of the SolidWorks session. Okay, so part modeling is a little vast, so it will take time. Okay, then
Sir, thank you for
that's
the
it for.
session, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah. Now we'll meet tomorrow then at
okay,
10 a.m.
so
Okay,
then
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.